Yeah.
Okay. Hello, welcome to today's episode of Juicing the Numbers. I'm your host, Joshua Tracy.
And I'm Corwin Heller.
And we're both tired as fuck. It's
Damn straight.
It's the day after Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday. We're both exhausted from our Thanksgiving meals. But we're here. We're here to do this.
I know that there's like a chemical in the turkey that makes everyone tired after they eat it, but I feel like at this point, like this deep into our lives, it's just like it's tradition to be super tired the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, that's true. I also think that it's just an old wives' tale.
Yeah, because like
I'm sure
I've
it's there,
eaten
but
much more turkey than I ate yesterday in my life, and I usually don't get that tired that quick.
also, like, do you think you have more turkey on Thanksgiving than you do in like an average like turkey sandwich?
No, I think I genuinely have less because there's
so much
many
other
more.
food.
Yeah, exactly. Like I fill up on stuffing and mashed potatoes and rolls and
biscuits.
Dude, I had like 5 biscuits yesterday. I was so happy.
Yeah, it was a good day for biscuits.
Good. We got Amish biscuits.
Oh, did they help you raise a house?
They didn't, but you know. Yeah, I got nothing for that.
I don't know. All right, anyway, football's still pretty boring.
Lions suck.
Not boring in
Falcons
terms
suck.
of the games. The games are all fun. I've been enjoying the season, but in boring in terms of nothing was really happening. Did you see that Michael Thomas dropped a pass?
Yeah, 198 straight receptions over 401 days.
Yeah, 22 games.
That's
yeah.
fucking insane.
Yeah, like the fact that it's even worth talking about, it's nuts, even if in this passing comment.
Like, we probably would have talked about this even if there was something big going on, because that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, like, we can't get through 4 passes to each other.
No.
In our backyard with no pressure.
Yeah, like, and it's not like we are complete dweebs who can't throw, balls at each other. We're not exactly Joe Montana and Jerry Rice over here, but we are exactly adequate. And
yeah.
we still, we struggle.
As most people do.
Yeah.
And this guy went 22 full-ass games in over a year in the NFL without dropping a single pass.
Being the only wide receiver on his team capable of catching passes.
Yeah, he's like the anti... What's that guy in the Steelers who dropped 6 in like the first 2 weeks?
Dante Moncrief.
Dante Moncrief. He's the anti-Dante Moncrief.
Yeah. Well, he's not in football anymore, so...
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. All right, so baseball's doing this new thing. Some of y'all people might have heard about it. They're doing the All-MLB team for 2019. So, for anyone who doesn't follow the sport, baseball does have the All-Star team, which is usually the equivalent of like the NFL's Pro Bowl team or the NHL's. No, the NHL does it mid-year too. But anyway, or probably more like the NHL All-Star team or All NHL team or whatever.
Right.
An end-of-year award is what I'm getting at here. Pretty much every other league has an end-of-year award or end-of-year positional group acknowledgement for who was the best at their position in that season.
All-Pro.
The All-Pro in the NFL is probably a better comp because that's not... there is a fan vote for this All-MLB thing because they want to get people involved, but it is also going to be voted upon by other bodies.
Which is smart because fans can be fucking stupid.
Yeah, they sure can. So the MLB is trying to get into that sphere, I guess we could call it, which makes a lot of sense because the All-Star game being mid-season is fun. It's fine. It's tradition. It's good. But the fact that there's no end-of-season acknowledgement is kind of odd because it's like, all right, all you need to do to have like that All-Star thing is to have half of a good year.
Look at Josh Bell this year.
Yeah.
Monster first half and absolutely disappeared in the second half. Still an all-star.
And that's not uncommon. Or people who have like mediocre first starts to their season and then shred ass the rest of the year.
Jack Flaherty.
Yeah, Jack Flaherty. Seth Lugo last year, I believe, which
yeah.
is like 1.9 ERA in the second half.
Zach Wheeler did that too last year.
Oh, no, that's probably who I'm thinking of. Zach Wheeler is who I'm thinking of. Whatever failed Mets pitcher it is, which is all of them except for Jacob deGrom.
Yeah, exactly.
So we figured we could look at. So they've released their voting pool which players are going to be eligible for you to vote for. And figured we could take a look at that and talk about it. So, Corwin, shall we get started?
Yes, we shall.
Okay, so not all players are eligible for this. It is not divided American League, National League. It is simply the position group. And I'm not sure what the cutoff point is for who is eligible, because we will see. I mean, obviously, we're not voting between all 30 players at the one position, or more, depending on what's what I'm looking for? Platoons.
There we go.
So, the first base position can be voted upon between Jose Abreu, Pete Alonso, Josh Bell, Freddie Freeman, Yuli Gurriel Jr. No, he's not Jr., just Yuli Gurriel. Matt Olson, Anthony Rizzo, and Carlos Santana. All right, so first off, are there any players you think that this is missing?
First baseman. Mac Muncy had a good year.
But did he spend most of his time at first base? I don't even know.
I think so.
Because isn't he like?
I know Bellinger played there partially, but I don't think the Dodgers had anyone else to play first for most of the year.
The Dodgers are a problem child of a team, aren't they?
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm really struggling to see if there's anyone I think is missing. I wanted to see if I can find like a WAR by position thing, because I'm pretty sure Baseball Reference has that. But no one I can think of that's truly oddly there. Oddly not there. But who would you vote for amongst that group?
I think it's a two-horse race between Pete Alonso and Freddie Freeman. I know Alonso has the power numbers, but Freeman, I think, is a better all-around first baseman. So I think I'd give it to him there. But I mean, if you're going to argue for Pete Alonso, I'm not exactly going to put up a huge fight against you.
Yeah, I think Pete Alonso, it's so tough because he has those 53 home runs.
Yeah.
It's so tough to not go with that. I think I actually did vote for him when I did this. So I'd probably, because I voted. Did you vote?
I did, yeah.
Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Freddie Freeman.
I mean,
granted, the only real major advantage Freeman has over Alonso is the batting average, and Pete Alonso really just has the home runs over Freddie Freeman. So it's really just which one do you prefer? And man, now that I look at it, like the difference in average is like 35 for Freeman, and then what is that math?
15 home runs for Alonso. 1 RBI for Freeman. Again, these stolen bases is here. I didn't even peep that. Stolen bases is a stat that they care about.
For first baseman, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. Look at how many zeros it look. 2, 1, 0, 6, 5, 0, 5, 4. So Freddie Freeman has the most stolen bases amongst the first basemen you can choose from with 6. Who gives a fuck? All right, so Fangraphs has it. That's what I was thinking of. So the WAR leader for first baseman this season was a tie between Pete Alonso and Max Muncy.
There you go.
But I'm going to guess Max Muncy has too many plate appearances at like second.
That would make a lot
I think
of
he
sense.
does. He did spend a lot of time at second this year, too.
Yeah. Is he on the ballot for second base when we get to it?
Yes, he is.
There we go. That would make sense then.
Other noticeable, what's the opposite of absentees? Paul Goldschmidt, 9th most first baseman FWAR. Josh Bell, who I actually think was there, right?
He was, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess just Paul Goldschmidt not being there kind of weird. Christian Walker could have been there, I guess.
Yeah, he had a great great end of the season.
Yeah. Trey Mancini for the Orioles, but I think he's technically in the outfield
right
for
field,
this.
left field, something like that. What about Luke Voigt?
No, he was hurt a lot.
Too much?
Yeah, he was hurt too much. So
did he end up being qualified?
I don't think so.
Mm.
He missed a long time with that sports hernia, which is a weird term. would Paul Goldschmidt being on this ballot change your thinking at all, or would you probably still vote for who you voted for?
I'd still vote for who I voted for.
Yeah, I think the same. I think it would have been nice to see Paul Goldschmidt, but I don't think I care
What
enough.
was the WAR difference between
I already changed tabs.
I don't give a shit. Go back.
Suck my from the back. WAR difference for what?
Alonso and Freeman.
Freddie Freeman was 5th most WAR with 4.0, so actually probably tied for 4th with Anthony Rizzo, and Pete Alonso had 4.8, so he's a 0.8 more WAR for Alonso.
Yeah, I mean, I can't
Which
bust
is
anybody for going with Pete Alonso because it's a difference. It's
Yeah.
a huge difference.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it? They say, like, if it's within 1 WAR of another person, they're comparable.
I haven't heard that, but I believe it.
Yeah. I think it's, if you go on, like, Baseball Reference, like, when you hold your cursor over it, I think it gives you that kind of...
Yeah, Baseball Reference is good because it gives you context for things.
I like context.
Yeah, that's just very helpful, especially if you're looking at a stat for the first time. All right, second base, we have Ozzie Albies, Jose Altuve, DJ LeMahieu, Whit Merrifield, Max Muncy, and Jonathan Villar, who the Orioles just cut.
Which is still insane to me.
I don't understand. We'll get to that in a second.
They are trying to lose.
I don't... All right, anyway. Who would you have voted? Who did you vote for?
I voted for DJ LeMahieu.
I think we all know that I did too.
Yeah.
Anyone before we look at the WAR leaders? Anyone that you can think of that's missing from this list that you may have voted for instead?
Second base, maybe Frazier from the Pirates, but I can very much understand why he didn't make the list with these other guys.
Do you think that Altuve got? I'd love to see the breakdown of how well voted for people were, because I'm willing to bet that Altuve's voting suffered a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm
because
sure
of the scandal.
all of the Astros suffered significantly.
Yeah, because like Gurriel doesn't stand a fighting chance to win in first base because he's let's see, where's Alonso? He's 60 full OPS points below Pete Alonso, so he's not even in. He has the second lowest OPS of anyone up for voting in first base, so that's not even a factor.
No, not at all.
But Altuve, I mean, former MVP winner, he actually has the highest OPS out of all these second basemen. But there's a big whole "fuck the Astros" thing going on right now, and he was deep in the middle of it. So
why are people saying that, Josh?
Oh, you didn't hear?
No, what happened?
Oh yeah, they.
I heard there was this thing with this guy called Jim Boy.
Yeah, Jimbury McGillicuddy exposed that the Astros are all actually fish people.
Jimbury McGillicuddy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I also voted for DJ LeMahieu, my guy. If not for him,
I probably would have voted for Altuve.
I probably would have voted for Whit Merrifield.
That's fair.
Just because I like the Royals for no good reason.
I think the power with Merrifield, like I think Altuve had like twice as many home runs.
So the biggest missing person is Ketel Marte of the Diamondbacks, although he did spend a lot of time in outfield.
Really?
Yeah.
He played shortstop.
I think he was second base and like left field or some shit.
I'm sure he is on the list somewhere for something else.
Colton Wong, also not there.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Gleyber Torres, though he is in the shortstop category. And Mike Moustakas.
Yeah.
Those are the people in the top 10 who were not there.
Did Moose make it? I think he made it for third baseman.
No. Oh, there he is. Yeah. A lot of third basemen.
Take that written apology, sir.
Fucking no. Yeah. DJ LeMahieu, most WAR of all second basemen outside of Ketel Marte, but we're going to count him in the outfield because apparently the MLB is. So, yeah, I feel good about that. All right, so let's take a brief aside and talk about Jonathan Villar. Why the fuck did they get rid of him? He was worth 4 wins above replacement. That's an all-star.
Absolutely no idea.
And he's good.
And he stole 40 bases.
Granted, he stole 40 bases because they let him keep stealing all the bases he wanted to try to steal because the Orioles suck and it doesn't matter. Let him get his personal achievements. But at the same time, like, he has the ability.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a good hitter.
He's always been a fantastic base runner. He can hit for power. He can hit for decent average. He's not, a major liability defensively.
And he's one of the few veteran presences that they have in that locker room right now. So
did they give any reasoning when they did this?
I'm gonna if I was the Orioles and I had to give a reason, my reason would be, well, we have young players in the farm system that we want to give time to at the major league level, and Jonathan Villar is just not viewed as part of our future.
Do you know how much he's making next year?
Fucking peanuts, probably. I don't even see any. There's a salary information. So this year in 2019, he made $4.8 million.
That's fucking nothing.
Yeah. Last year he made 2.5. So I'm assuming this is the last of his ARB eligible season or of his rookie contract years.
Okay.
Because this is just not much. And he plays valuable positions. You know,
yeah, middle infield, man.
He's projected next year to have a 262, 326, 428 slash line for a 754 OPS, which is fine. You'll take. He's projected to get 30 stolen bases next year,
which is valuable.
Yeah, I mean, I get he's not like the world's greatest player, but he's totally fine.
There's not many guys in the 2020 club, let alone the 2030 club.
Ooh, do you think he requested it?
I mean, I would guess that he did, because I just don't see why the Orioles would make a business decision to do that.
Because think about it from Jonathan Villar's end. It's either, all right, trade me if you can, get whatever value you can, and if not, let me just be a free agent. Like, I just want to be on a different team. I don't want to lose. I could actually see that, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely could too. I mean, he's played for some not so great teams. He's played for some.
He got traded off the Brewers right as they started to get good to the Orioles.
Played for Houston when they fucking sucked.
Yeah, but they were bad.
Man, those aren't good teams to play for over his career. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because 2015, I think that's when Houston made their first wild card game and got bounced. Because I think 2016 was the year they bounced the Yankee. No, 2015 was the year that they made the wild card game and beat the Yankees, I think. So I think that Astros team was okay. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Third base. No, shortstop. Sorry. Tim Anderson, Javi Baez, Xander Bogaerts, Francisco Lindor, Jorge Polanco, Marcus Semien, Trevor Story, and Gleyber Torres. Who did you vote for?
Biased me, jumped, and went to vote for Francisco Lindor. And then I actually looked at the numbers and realized, holy shit, Xander Bogaerts had himself a monster season.
Yeah, he did. He had a great year. I voted for Gleyber Torres because you know who I am.
Because bias? Yeah.
If not for him, I probably would have voted for Tim Anderson. I just love Tim Anderson.
Xander Bogaerts?
No, because I you know how I love these sad sack teams.
Yeah, it's true.
And I like Tim Anderson. I think he's a fun player. He's on the White Sox. He hit 335, which is stupid. Yeah, I mean, not that it matters. Obviously, Xander Bogaerts had the better season with a 390, with a 939 OPS to Tim Anderson's 865. So Xander Bogaerts had 70 additional points on his OPS. Obviously, the better year. But I can't help liking who I like, Corwin. That's why I like you.
Oh, that's kind of mean. Yeah, I vote for players who have the better seasons because that's the point of this. So I voted for Xander Bogaerts. Bitch.
So do you see any noticeable people missing here? I don't think I do.
I don't think so either. There's a lot of guys there.
Well, let's see what Fangraphs has to say about that. Alex Bregman somehow counts in this category. So
he played shortstop when Correa was hurt.
Yeah, so. I didn't think he'd have enough to count. Marcus Semien's there. Bogaerts, Story, Baez, Paul DeJong. Was he there?
No, I don't think
so. Oh, well then he's missing.
Wow, they really fucked over the Cardinals with this.
Yeah, right. That's strange.
Yeah, fuck all of their Gold Gloves.
It was made by a Pirates fan.
Really?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why I would believe you. I don't know
why you would either.
The MLB would put something else like, yeah, no, a Pirates fan made this.
Jorge Polanco, Jonathan Villar, Gleyber Torres, Trey Turner, Tim Anderson.
Trey Turner was on the list, was he?
No, he wasn't.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I definitely think he should have made the list.
Same, although shortstop is such a stacked position all the time. I can see it a little bit. All right, now it's time for third base. All right, this is going to be a big one. Nolan Arenado, Alex Bregman, Chris Bryant, Matt Chapman, Rafael Devers, Josh Donaldson, Eduardo Escobar, Yohan Moncada, Mike Moustakas, Anthony Rendon, and Eugenio Suarez. Who'd you vote for?
Eugenio?
It's actually not. It's Eugenio.
Really?
Yeah.
I have never once heard anyone pronounce his name that way.
So all the way up until not until he started fucking towering in the home run race last year. I never heard anyone fucking pronounce it. So I was also saying Eugenio Suarez, and then he was, he hit the 49 home runs and he led all of baseball for like a hot minute before Alonso took it over at the end.
Huh.
Because he was right there, It was like him and Trout and Pete. Good boy Pete.
Good boy Pete.
Yeah.
You go Pete.
And so everyone kept talking about Eugenio Suarez, and I was like, oh, fuck, I had no idea, but that also makes like a lot of sense.
This is a bit of a tangent, but do you remember back on the Cup-winning Pens, Connor Sheary?
Yeah.
So apparently, like 3 years into his time with the Pens, after winning 2 Stanley Cups, he did this interview, and he's like, "Yeah, no, it's actually pronounced Sherry. I just never corrected anybody because wasn't a big deal. But I kind of figured people should call me by my real name now."
Well, it's like Zach Britton on the Yankees. Everyone assumed it was Z-A-C-H, and he 6 years into his MLB career, he was signing his first contract with the Yankees after he got traded there, and he signed it with a K, and everyone told him he was wrong, and he was like, "No, that's actually how you spell it." And his wife was like,
Christ.
"Zach, you should probably start telling people this, because you're signing important legal documents." And he was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And that's how everyone found out 6 years into his career that that they've been spelling his name wrong literally everywhere.
I never knew that. I would spell it Z-A-C-H.
Yeah. And then his Players Weekend jersey was with a K.
Really?
Yeah, that was his nickname.
Like the sentence with a K?
Yeah, I believe so.
I love that.
Yeah.
The Yankees did right on the Players Weekend jerseys this year.
Yeah, I really liked that they were all
J.
black. It was J. That was a good one. All right. So, who did you vote for third base?
I initially voted Matt Chapman because I have a love affair with Matt Chapman, but in my quest to be completely fair, I gave it to Anthony Rendon.
I genuinely don't remember who I voted for. So looking at it on a clean, I think it was Nolan Arenado.
Again, I can't argue with that. Nolan Arenado is fucking amazing.
Yeah, this is such a deep category here. Jesus. What's so weird though is why have Mike Moustakas there?
Yeah, he didn't really do great on anything compared to other guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is still a very tidy season. And 845 OPS is a lovely season, but they're clearly showing that they have flexibility on the number of people per category, since second base had no one in it, and third base is enormous. So if that's the case, why put Mike Moustakas there?
I have no idea.
And it's such a funny juxtaposition because above him is Yohan Moncada's 915 OPS, and below it is Anthony Rendon's 1010 OPS. So his 845 OPS just looks so small in comparison.
Yeah, especially Matt Chapman's 249 batting average. That really stuck out for me.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. That was the big thing that held me back from voting for him straight up.
Also has the lowest OPS of anyone eligible for voting in the third base with his 848. No, second lowest to Mike Moustakas' 845.
But Mike Moustakas.
Oh, no. Eduardo Escobar's 831. Yeah, why are people... Some people shouldn't be on this list. Matt Chapman I get. Yeah. Because his glove will always be a contributing factor.
Because he's a platinum glove every year.
He's so wonderful. I say, is there anyone missing from this list, but I don't see how that's possible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's all 30 teams right there.
By WAR, it was Alex Bregman, Anthony Rendon, Matt Chapman, Rafael Devers, Nolan Arenado, Yohan Moncada, TJ LeMahieu. So skipping that. Josh Donaldson, Chris Bryant, Eugenio Suarez, and I'll add one more for Eduardo Escobar.
I mean, there's guys like Justin Turner there, Jose Ramirez, who just, Manny Machado. They just didn't have tremendous years.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Manny Machado is 16th on this list with 3.1 WAR. And if we go back to second base, which is a much lighter category, 3.1 WAR would have put him at 9th.
Damn.
7 full spots
just
higher.
behind Jose Altuve.
Yeah.
Ahead of Whit Merrifield, so damn.
Yeah, third base is just so stacked right now. All right, so then that should bring us to the outfield.
Nice.
Oh, catcher. My bad, catcher. Oh,
I always forget about those damn pesky catchers.
Yep, hiding away back there. We got, small category. Wilson Contreras, Mitch Garver, Yasmani Grandal, Roberto Perez, JT Realmuto, Gary Sanchez, and Christian Vasquez. Who did you vote for?
I wanted to vote for Roberto Perez because he's an Indian and had a tremendous season, but I ended up voting for Yasmani Grandal.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Very good choice. I voted for
Gary Sanchez.
Yeah. I love him.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Although I mean, this is all the people you kind of expected to be here. I like that they put Framing there. I think that's really interesting.
I was very happy to see Framing there.
Yeah, the only one who's negative is Gary Sanchez, is -4.
No, Mitch Garver was -3.
Oh, you're right. I missed that. I'm sorry. I thought that was positive. Yep. Roberto Perez. No. Yasmani Grandal leads it with +13. I think we talked about this. I think he was the second best framer in all of baseball in 2019.
Yeah,
so
I want to know who was higher and didn't make the list.
Probably someone who sucks at batting.
Yachty maybe.
Oh, you know what? Yachty would be a great choice.
Yeah.
That is kind of his thing, isn't it?
Unfortunately. Damn fucking Cardinals.
So there are only 4 catchers who batted enough to be eligible.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because it's just, or qualified, I should say, because it just doesn't ever happen. They don't play enough because they're always hurt or need days off for day games after night games, stuff like that. So setting the minimum plate appearances to 300. Our catcher WAR leaderboard in order is JT Realmuto, Yasmani Grandal, Mitch Garver, Christian Vasquez, Roberto Perez, Wilson Contreras, Gary Sanchez, James McCann, Robinson Chirinos, and Tyler Flowers. Would any of those people sway your voting?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler Flowers is going to steal it away from Yasmani Grandal or JT Realmuto. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or James McCann.
He had a good season.
He did, but I wouldn't vote for him.
No, I would not either. And neither would the White Sox.
Well, they haven't got rid of him yet, so maybe. Who knows?
He'd be one hell of a backup catcher.
He'd be one hell of a backup catcher. All right, DH, it's between Yordan Alvarez, Nelson Cruz, Edwin Encarnacion, J.D. Martinez, and Jorge Soler. Who did you vote for?
I get that he didn't play the full season, but Yordan Alvarez was so fucking good, I had to vote for him.
Yeah, it's almost like he cheated.
But damn, yo, you can't cheat by hitting. You can cheat, but he hit the ball so far.
You a bitch. You a real bitch.
He's the only Astro.
You're such a stat slut.
I am a stat slut. I'm a dirty stat slut.
I voted for Jorge Soler for the same reason that I would have voted for Whit Merrifield.
Because you just like the Royals.
I just like the Royals. There's so much to like. He hit 48 home runs. It's so cool.
To the baseball gods listening to this, give me a vote and don't give one to Josh because he is biased.
I can't help but like what I like. For the WAR end of this, again, we're using FWAR. For DH is in order: Nelson Cruz, Austin Meadows, Yordan Alvarez, Jorge Soler, J.D. Martinez, Edwin Encarnacion, Shohei Ohtani, Hunter Pence, Shin-Soo Choo, and Luke Voigt. Luke Voigt, who played 118 games. Actually, the fewest games here on the leaderboard is Hunter Pence at 83.
I don't even didn't he actually get voted into the All-Star game?
Yeah, because he played the whole first half.
That's insane.
Well, he played most of the first half. Then he got hurt at the tail end of it.
Right.
So it was a big conversation. Should Daniel Vogelback get in because he's still playing right now, or should we vote in Hunter Pence, even though he's on the IL right now?
And not the best DH.
Oh, he had a really good season.
He wasn't nearly the best though.
But he had a good season. 128 WRC plus. That's a good season.
But not all-star level.
Well,
especially at the time.
No, at the time he was.
At the time he wasn't.
At the time he had the highest.
I don't believe you.
He had the highest WRC plus of all DHs at the time.
I don't remember that episode, so
we talked about it. We did the math.
Was I this surprised back then? Because I'm sure if
it was a big surprise back then.
Yeah, I don't know.
We were both really shocked.
You know what? Fuck you, Hunter Pence. I only liked you when you were on the Giants and the Phillies.
Totally forgot he was on the Phillies. Oh my god.
I almost bought a Hunter Pence Phillies jersey.
That'd be hilarious. All right, now we're at the outfield, and then we'll have the very tricky conversation about starting pitching.
I think outfield is ridiculously easy this year.
I think so too. I'm not going to read all these names just because there's that's actually not that many. All right. Ronald Acuna, Cody Bellinger, Mookie Betts, Charlie Blackmon, Michael Brantley, Bryce Harper, Max Kepler, Ketel Marte, Jeff McNeil. Oh, okay. Austin Meadows, Eddie Rosario, Juan Soto, George Springer, Mike Trout, Christian Yelich. Who did you vote for? Now, granted, this is the outfield. It's not right, center, left. It's just the outfield, so you pick 3.
Bellinger, Trout, Yelich.
Yeah, might need to. It's so easy.
I don't even know how you could have an argument with any one of those.
Yeah, you really can't. Obviously, if you have biases, then you can swap some players out. Like if you are a Nationals fan and you wanted to vote for Juan Soto, I would obviously think you're wrong, but he's still a great player. I get it.
When I was scrolling through this, I was like, oh, Bellinger, see that, click on it. And then I scrolled all through, like, none of these guys, none of these guys, none of these guys. Oh, Juan Soto. All right, I'll put a placeholder check mark right there. And then it finished with Trout and Yelich. And I was like, oh, I can't do that to Juan.
You see, here's Ketel Marte with his 981 OPS. Such a good season.
They should have put him in for, like, second base or shortstop.
I know, he would have won second so easy.
Yeah. They did him dirty.
Yeah, this feels like a pretty easy category. There's not too much to talk about. I am surprised Max Kepler had an 855 OPS because he had an amazing first half. Mm-hmm. To see him at kind of a relatively normal number is kind of weird. Also, Eddie Rosario being here with an 800 OPS feels just disrespectful to Eddie Rosario.
I agree.
Why even put him here?
I agree.
Like, that's so weird. Because there's no... Like, I think Brett Gardner had a higher OPS than that.
Really?
I think he did.
Good on Brett.
Because it's 800. Like
Jeff McNeil had a 916 OPS.
Jeff McNeil's pretty good.
I know. God, out of nowhere.
So the top 10 outfielders by WAR were Mike Trout, Christian Yelich, Cody Bellinger, Ketel Marte, Mookie Betts, George Springer, Ronald Acuna Jr., Juan Soto, Chris Bryant, and Aaron Judge.
Woohoo!
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Just behind him that also tied in WAR but just not put at the top of the list for whatever reason, Bryce Harper and Jeff McNeil. So, yeah, look at that. I'm going to look up Brett Gardner real quick because I actually am pretty sure that he had a higher... Because this was that weird year for him.
I am genuinely surprised you don't have Brett Gardner's baseball reference page just bookmarked.
Well, yeah, I need something to jack off to every day.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Gardner this year had an OPS of 829. Brett Gardner should have been on the All-MLB team. I will die on this hill.
Damn.
All right, so there's a lot of pitchers. You got to pick 5. How about I just read the name and you tell me if you would have voted for them or not?
Sure.
Because I don't want to read all of them and then go back because there's so many, you know? Shane Bieber.
Well, I mean, I know what my 5 guys
Yeah,
are.
but I'll read them and then you can just tell me. So
Okay.
I'm circling back all the time.
Got it.
Shane Bieber.
Nope.
Walker Buehler.
Nope.
I don't think I voted for Walker. I might have voted for Walker Buehler. I'll say maybe for
That's
that
fair.
one for me. Garrett Cole.
Yes.
Yeah. Same. Patrick Corbin.
No.
Interesting. I don't think I did. Jacob deGrom.
Yes.
Yeah. Jack Flaherty.
Yes.
I don't remember. Lucas Giolito.
No.
No. Sonny Gray.
No.
No. Zach Greinke.
No.
Oh, I don't remember. I was close. I was between. I definitely voted for Clayton Kershaw. Who's next?
I think I did. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I was on the
What do we
fence
have
on
left?
him.
We have 2 left.
Yeah.
I know where one is going. I might have to loop back around.
That's fine. Lance Lynn.
No. I definitely didn't vote for Kershaw.
Okay, Lance Lynn.
No.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Mike Minor.
Also, fuck that guy.
Yeah, no. Charlie Morton.
No.
No. Eduardo Rodriguez.
No.
No. Hyun-Jin Ryu.
No.
I think I know I wanted to. I'm not sure I did. Max Scherzer.
Yes.
Yes. Mike Soroka.
No.
No. Steven Strasburg.
No.
I don't remember. So, all right. So, Strasburg, I definitely voted for Verlander.
As did I.
Who's the last one.
Yes.
So, I definitely voted for Verlander. I definitely voted for Scherzer. I definitely voted for Kershaw.
Cole.
And Cole. So, I don't know where my last vote went.
Right. My last vote was kind of where I wasn't certain, but I went with Flaherty because of how astronomically good he was in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, this... Oh, God, there's a good 7 or 8 good choices here for this.
Which is great.
Oh, it's
Love
wonderful.
it. I
Wonderful.
love it when there's this many good pitchers.
I'd much rather have to spend more time deciding because of like picking between two great pitchers than like settling for one.
Right. And I'd rather have to pick between two really good pitchers than like two really good first basemen.
All right, the last category you can vote for is relief pitcher. You get to pick two. I'm just going to read them all out and you can give me your two. Aroldis Chapman, Ken Giles, Josh Hader, Brad Hand, Liam Hendricks, Seth Lugo, Roberto Osuna, Taylor Rogers, Will Smith, Brandon Workman, Kirby Yates. Who did you vote for?
I voted for, I know I voted for Josh Hader.
Surprise, surprise.
And I think I voted for Liam Hendricks.
I voted for Aroldis Chapman and Kirby Yates.
You voted for Aroldis Chapman?
You always have that N. It's not there.
Aroldis.
Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, I will never say that.
I know.
I refuse. I will not change.
Yeah, I voted for Aroldis Chapman and Kirby Yates. I mean, it's a 1.19 ERA.
This is the first time we've had completely different selections.
Yeah, no overlap.
Yeah.
Go team.
We're the best.
Around.
Nothing's gonna ever break me down. I forgot the words.
That's okay.
Around.
Yeah, so that's the end of it. So what do you think of this idea?
I love it.
It's so great.
It's so much fun.
It is fun.
Baseball should be fun again.
It's a great step forward. Let's look at the pitching war. I didn't look at the pitching war.
Yeah, we fucked up.
So let's start with starters, and then we'll relief with relievers. By FWAR, these top 10 pitchers were Gerrit Cole, Jacob deGrom, Lance Lynn, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, Charlie Morton, Steven Strasburg, Shane Bieber, Zach Greinke, and Lucas Giolito. I still don't understand who Lance Lynn is.
Stop trying to make Lance Lynn happen. He's never going to happen.
It's so fucking weird. Yet he has happened. He has empirically happened.
it.
I don't understand.
We are just like two cranky old men refusing to let Lance Lynn be a good pitcher.
This is a cloud I will yell at every day. Yeah, that's all pretty much what we said. Like, starting pitchers feels easy. It feels right there.
Yep.
Relief pitchers. The top 10 by WAR were Liam Hendricks, Kirby Yates, Josh Hader, Seth Lugo, Taylor Rogers, Brandon Workman, Felipe Vasquez, who was not on the ballot for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should vote for him, even if he was an option.
Nick Anderson, Aroldis Chapman, and Ken Giles. So you voted for the number 1 and number 3 person. I voted for the number 2 and number 9 person.
I was really hoping Chapman would be number 4 so we could have that kind of...
That would have been cool. I didn't realize that Seth Lugo was that fucking on it. Oh, wait, but he had some starter innings, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he was like a long relief starter, then moved to like a closer type for the Mets. So
That's tough because he has 80 innings, which is actually fewer than Liam Hendricks, but the Athletics use their relief pitchers a lot.
Yeah. How many did Hader have?
Hader had 75.2.
Really?
Yeah, so fewer than Lugo.
I didn't realize that. I guess they really slowed him down the second half.
Yeah, outside of Liam Hendricks, who has the most innings pitched in the top 10, it's Seth Lugo. And then to find the next person with 80 innings pitched, you have to go all the way down to number 19, Yusmeiro Petit, which is, again, another athletic who gets a ton of innings.
Yeah.
So,
Because their starting pitchers suck.
do they have those?
They had one, and then they got suspended for 80 games.
Oh, isn't that tough?
Yeah.
So there's been a little bit of free agent moving and shaking there, Corwin.
The moving and the shaking.
So I think we talked about it already, but Jose Abreu signed an extension with the White Sox, 3 years and $50 million. That feels normal. Again, I really do think we talked about that already.
We did, yeah. We talked about it when we talked about the White...
Signing Yasmani Grandal.
Yeah.
Okay. Travis d'Arnaud signed with the Braves, 2 years, $16 million.
We talked about that.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good for us. Is there anything else? Oh, Kyle Gibson got traded. Or no, got signed. Sorry, he wasn't traded. He was signed.
Okay.
Kyle Gibson got signed by the Rangers. 3 years, $30 million, which is, I think, the exact same contract they gave to Lance Lynn.
Which maybe it works out.
I mean,
I don't think it will.
Hey, that's what everyone said about the Lance Lynn contract.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, why are you giving
That's why
multiple years and tens of millions of dollars to Lance Lynn, and then boom, third most valuable pitcher in baseball?
That's why I'm kind of being hesitant about it, because like I don't think it should work. Kyle Gibson is not a good pitcher, but maybe they'll make it work.
Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe whatever pitching magic the Astros had gleaned off onto the Rangers. And there's just some deep Texas pine tar happening there. I really hope it works out for them. Although if I was a Twins fan, I'd be fucking furious and scared.
Who are they going to have pitch for them? Is
Well,
Jose
Jake
Barrios going
Odorizzi-
to pitch like 600 innings?
Yeah, they might as well. I'd love that.
I
Yeah.
don't think he would.
Well, fuck that guy. So the only other thing of interest that happened outside of the Orioles cutting Jonathan VR for no apparently good reason.
Pronounced Villar.
Is it? I thought it was VR. He's Hispanic.
It's 100% VR.
Yeah, okay. Fuck you.
You just always give me shit for pronouncing L's.
Like what?
Whenever I pronounce a Latin name with L's in it, I always say the L's, and you're like, no,
Oh,
they're silent.
yeah, because you're usually wrong about it.
And I accept that.
Oh, Drew Pomeranz signed with the Padres. That's something.
I thought he went to... Oh, he was on the Giants. He went to the Padres.
Yeah, which is weird because it lists his 2019 team as the Red Sox, and I'm pretty sure that he got traded from the Red Sox to the Giants.
Yeah. People on Twitter were going crazy about him signing with the Padres.
Why?
Apparently, he's like a super sleeper, going to be a really good pitcher for them, but...
Well, he's transitioned to a reliever with the Giants and had a great
he was
reliever
really good
season.
at that. I just, we'll see if it sticks.
I think the thing is, if you're a Padres fan, you got to be excited because if you're a Padres fan, you're probably saying to yourself, "All right, we just need pitching and we're good."
Yep.
And what have the Padres done? Nothing but pitching.
Yeah.
So you got to feel good about that. But there is one weird thing that did happen
with the Padres.
With the Padres, they traded Julio Urias and one more person.
It's Luis Urias.
Oh, is it Luis Urias?
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Julio. Who would be Julio?
Julio Rodriguez? He's another
I have no
prospect.
idea who I'm thinking of. It doesn't matter. Luis Urias got traded to the Brewers for Trent Grisham.
Well, it was actually a 4-player trade.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the
they
other players
sent-
right now.
I think it's Eric Lauer
Yes, Eric Lauer.
in exchange for Trent Grisham and Zach Davies.
Yes. Yep, that's it. Okay.
How do I remember that fucking random ass fucking trade throw in? But I
Dude,
can't remember anything of importance.
That's the funniest fucking thing about baseball is you remember some ridiculously niche player from forever ago, and then you can't remember who's that all-star first baseman from your favorite team.
Yep. Fuck, dude. I probably couldn't even name you the starting lineup for the Pirates that I watched all season because I'm retarded.
Yeah, it's tough.
I know Trent Grisham is a outfielder for the Brewers that had an error in the
How
final
sad!
playoff.
That's going to be his last moment as a Brewer. So what you have to assume happened here is they wanted Zach Davies because he pitches. Okay, that's fine.
Sure.
So did Eric Lauer.
Yeah.
Neither of them were particularly great at it, but
No.
maybe they liked Zach Davies' skill set better. So, all right, we'll call that a push because they definitely didn't need to send Julio. I was about to say Julio Urias again. I don't know why I'm saying that. Luis Arias. I was about to say Luis Arias now from the Twins. Luis Urias to get Zach Davies. They definitely didn't need to do that. So I'm going to say it's Luis Urias to get Trent Grisham. And I think what I heard from a Padres person is that they feel good about whoever the second baseman is in their depth chart behind Urias. They have someone down in the minors that's supposed to also be really good. But the thing is, Urias is young, under team control for a long time, very promising looking player.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have gotten a lot more.
He got called up this year.
Yeah.
And didn't do terrible. He didn't do great. He didn't light the world on fire like people were hoping. But
he had a nice season.
For a rookie, it's not like he fully imploded. And honestly, I own Trent Grisham in my dynasty league. He's not that great of an outfielder. He's good. He's not great.
Yeah, and
I don't get it.
I get that maybe outfield is a position of need for the Padres. I think it is personally, but I don't deal with that team very often. But I just can't imagine trading away a very promising young player. All right, so let's see what he's got here. So he had in 2019. Oh. This is not as good of a season as I thought it was.
Oh boy, is it real bad?
Slash line of 223, 329, 326 for a 655 OPS and a 76 OPS plus.
Okay, that's pretty shit. How many games did he play?
He played in 71 games.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
He was really bad.
Yep, 4 home runs, 1 triple. How hilarious would it be if it was average for a player to hit 25% of his home runs for triples? So a player with 40 home runs has like
30 or
no,
10
like
triples.
yeah, like 10 triples. That'd be
Pretty cool.
great.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Triples are just so fun.
They're so much fun.
Way more fun than home runs. Not way more.
Because
Fun.
they're rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 48 hits all of last season.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
It's at 48, you said?
Yes.
In 71 games.
Yes.
That's really bad.
He had 0.6 OWAR. He had 0.6 DWAR. So as much as we don't typically care for DWAR, we can at least say that he wasn't a negative value player.
And it's odd to see someone's DWAR the same as their OWAR. Because that's almost never the case.
Yes, it's so much harder to accumulate DWAR than it is OWAR.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's that's not great.
Look up Trent Grisham's stat line.
Yep, I'm about to. So in theory, if they do have someone behind him that they're excited about, they can still rely on that.
I'm going to be honest.
That
That's
mustache
not
is
what I
amazing.
remember him looking like.
Oh my god, I didn't realize he would look like that at all. Is his hair longer?
It was something. Like, I think they, for his profile pic on Flea Flicker at least, like it was him not wearing a hat and he didn't have a mustache and his hair was like really short and really curly. Did not look like that person there.
That's hilarious. All right, so his slash line, 231, 328, 410, for a 738 OPS and a 90 OPS plus. So still not great, but better.
Yeah.
His DWAR is also positive. His OWAR is also positive. So it looks like he would be a mild step up. You could. All right, I'm gonna make.
The Padres just have so many outfielders, man.
I'm gonna make an argument for why this is good.
Okay.
These are two young players. Urias is, how old are you, my friend? 22, about to turn 23 soon. Trent Grisham is recently 23, so same age. So these are two players at about the same point in their MLB career. Trent Grisham at more of a position of need, although less of a valuable position, but performing better. He's like maybe a year of development ahead of where Urias is. And that year of development could be used on an equally good prospect as Urias. And at the same position, second base, while fulfilling the position of need for them, outfield, because Hunter Renfroe sucks. And there's someone else in the outfield that's, oh, bless you, child. That's not great. So, therefore, this Trent Grisham trade makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, looking at their numbers, they both kind of
are okay.
Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. I just kind of thought that the Padres, have had Urias in their system for a good while.
They were proud of him too.
Yeah, like they really liked him. They were going to have him start out the season on their opening day roster before the rest of the team was like, no, we'd rather have Tatis. And they switched the two guys out. And, yeah. One of those guys had a really great season. One of them did not.
Yeah. Trent Grisham also lefty bat. Maybe they wanted a lefty.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, like, they have such a crowded outfield. Where's he going to find the time?
Oh, I'm sure he'll find the time somewhere. Although it is a non-DH league, which sucks.
Yeah.
I want to look up Padres depth chart just to see who is in that outfield. I can't imagine it's anyone impressive.
I mean, I know they have, what's his face, Renfroe.
Hunter
Renfroe.
Yeah.
Not
so
Hunter
right
Renfroe.
now, their starting left fielder is Will Myers. Center fielder is
Margot.
Yeah, M. Margot. And then in right field, it's Hunter Renfroe. Behind them are a bunch of players
Hunter
I don't know.
Renfroes?
Yes, there's the Hunter Renfroe in Oakland and the Hunter Renfroe
I
in
just
San
put
Diego.
that together.
Yeah.
Because you said Hunter Renfroe. I was like, that's a good joke, Josh. Why aren't you laughing? And then I was like, I don't know what this guy's name would be other than Hunter Renfroe.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There are two players unrelated named Hunter Renfroe in California sports right now.
That's pretty fucking dope.
I know, it's hilarious. Like, what are the fucking odds? Yeah, but then behind them are a bunch of dudes I do not know. So Will Myers is still there for some reason. Trent Grisham, F. Cordero, Jay Naylor.
Frankie Cordero.
Do you have anything on Jay Naylor?
I don't know who that person is.
Hey, Jay, did you nail her or did you go home sad?
God, that's such a bad joke.
Thank you.
You should apologize.
I will not. So this gives them the ability to stop starting Hunter Renfroe, which they'll probably be happy about.
Yeah. I mean, no, he had a good season.
Or Will Myers, one of the two.
They both had good seasons.
I don't believe you. As of right now, their starting second baseman is G. Garcia.
Or Ian Kinsler.
I'd love to see Ian Kinsler start. Greg Garcia.
He's 30. He's definitely not the top prospect.
30. No, he's not.
We were talking about
Relationships. Brother of Drew Garcia. I would figure that would have said, like, married.
Can you look up the Padres' top prospects so we could figure out who that second baseman is?
Yes. Padres farm system?
Prospects. And MLB should have the top 30 right there.
Yep, you're right. Top 30. Oh, Corwin, speaking of the gospel of God. Their top prospects, let's see. There's a shortstop here by the name of C.J. Abrams. It's probably who I guess what they would be talking about because, as the old saying goes, there's no such thing as a natural second baseman.
Xavier Edwards.
Yep.
I know that name. I don't know C.J. Abrams.
Yeah, why are they always Xavier? They're never Javier. I like that name.
Well, because it's spelled differently.
But you can pronounce the X's as H's in Hispanic.
Well, fuck you. I don't know.
So, yeah, Xavier Edwards is also there, second base shortstop. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yep, I'm confused.
Oh, well. Yeah, well, we'll see what the Padres decide to do this year. But
they have a pretty great farm system.
That they do. A lot of positions that are going to be useful for them coming up soon, too. A lot of pitching down here.
Which is very much important.
A lot of pitching.
So what? They have Paddock. They have Garrett Richards. They have Zach Davies now.
Yep.
They have Matt Strahm if they're going to let him try and be a starter again.
They
Dinelson
also have
LeMay.
Joey Lucchese, Cal Quantrell, R. Bolanos. Don't know who he is.
I definitely don't know who that last guy is.
And then they got the guys in the minors: Mackenzie Gore, Luis Patino.
Gore should be up this season. I think he's the top pitching prospect.
Adrian Morejohn.
I know that name.
His cousin, Steve Lesjohn.
I feel like he's a character from like Robin Hood.
He might as well be.
Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest.
I don't want this to happen anymore.
Did you ever watch that movie?
No.
It's a great movie. Robin Hood, where he's a fox.
Oh, I'm aware of its existence, but I never subjected myself to it.
I really want to whistle the theme song, but that would just fuck with our audio so much.
Yeah, which it's delicate as it is already. I think I'm good. You got anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
All right, well, you want to hit us up on Twitter, you can do so at JuicingPod, and if you want to email us, you can do so at juicingthenumbers@gmail.com. And the website, yeah, we have that. It's
Juicing the numbers at wixsite.com
/
pod
website.
Damn, fuck.
Juicing the
I've listened
numbers
to like hundreds of these.
Almost. This is episode 95 coming out right now. We're 5 episodes short of 100.
Can we do something special for episode 100?
What do you want to do?
I came up with the idea to do something special. You have to come up with the actual
That's
idea.
not an idea. That's a statement.
All right, we could brainstorm outside of the ending of this episode.
All right. Well, until Thursday. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.